Welcome back to Studio One Vintage Guitars, New Zealand's home of vintage guitars. My name is Nick Brightwell, and today we have with us a OOL Vintage Legendary. So what this is exactly is a 2007 Gibson custom shop model that is based on a 1937 OOL. So this is a very interesting instrument because it's almost like a VOS reissue, exactly how they made it. It has the exact bracing, it has everything is exact, and it is very similar sounding to a guitar from this era. I haven't played myself a OOL from 37, but I've played some earlier ones. I've played a few Nick Lucas guitars, and I've played a 34 Jumbo. And this feels just like they feel. It has a mahogany back and sides, and it has an Adirondack top. The neck itself is, as they say, it's a 37 OOL neck. To describe it, this is very much like a 1910s, 1920s V-neck. So it's a pronounced ridge. The ridge isn't narrow, and it is quite a thick neck. If you can see my hand position here now, my thumb is essentially all of this is against the V. So I really do have my hand in a V shape, and it fits quite nicely. It is a very comfortable neck. It's just a different kind of way of playing. Back in the day, these necks were larger because they were encouraging players to play with your whole hand around it. Not so much playing with your thumb down like a classical player, but you can make use of this in a few different ways. And it's very comfortable to play. So we'll listen to it just a little bit. It has that mahogany boxy sound to it that all these kind of old Gibson vintage acoustics have. And just those who are going to ask, we're running 53 to 12 JP Phosphor bronze. These are brand new, I just chucked them on. So this guitar has been brought in on a trade-in, so just to go over its little dings and dents. It's got a few dings on the top. It's got a bit of a scrape here that's gone down to the wood. That looks like someone's actually bumped into something significant, but probably the most significant one is right here. That's gone down to the wood itself. That's a pretty big chip and gash. It's taken parts off the binding as well, but it does add to the character. You know, looking at this, I'll just see if you can get the pick guard in there. That pick guard looks just like a vintage one. I mean, it's obviously built out of similar materials, but it almost looks the same as it's kind of set in, and doesn't seem to be, situated right, but it's right and where it should be. This is a very vintage guitar. Gibson really do a great job of these reissues. So. It's easy enough to play some harder stuff on it. Let's just go back to our game of Name That Song. This will be worth 20 points this time. High is just going out of tune a little bit. start tune. So, what else can be said about this instrument? We have slotted bridge pins, we have a through bridge. What else can be said about the exact details of this instrument as far as them recreating it? They were saying they have the exact saw markings and they use the same fabric supports around the sides. And it should also be said that it's a shorter scale. It's a 24.34. Oh no, 24 and 3/4, and it is a 1 3/4 neck. So a good width of a neck. I suspect this guitar isn't going to be here long. This is a very good guitar for its price. As I said, this is a trade-in. So if you are out there in New Zealand and want to trade in an old acoustic that you have and put it towards something that we have in here, you can come on in. I'll also say that we have our Benavides competition going on. If you haven't heard about that, we are giving away a Benavides guitar, a slope shoulder, 14 fret. We're going to be giving that away at the end of this summer, so that'll be the end of the summer in 2013. And basically the competition is come in and purchase some strings or some string cleaner or another product or even a guitar, and you'll go into the draw to win. Make sure you like and subscribe to our socials as well. So anyway, that is our 2007 Legend 00 reissue. If you've liked this content, please like, subscribe and share. My name is Nick Brightwell. If you're hanging out and having yourself a good time, keep doing that. If not, go and have yourself a good time, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.